Hey everybody. I hope you can all see me. If you can. Okay, hey. Okay, good. I'm live now. Hey everyone. So I have Lorelai and Rory with us, and we're going to talk about French braids and Dutch braids today. So the other day I posted Lorelai with her Dutch braid, and we did just a low bun. And this can be an everyday look, or we could, spruce it up for a wedding style, either for a bride or maybe even like a bridesmaid. But I just wanted to talk to y'all about the difference in French braids and Dutch braids and how to do them. So if you know how to braid, let me know. If you don't know how to braid, we're going to go over that too. So let's see. Okay, you can see me. Let's move her out of the way. And all right. So do you know the difference between a French braid and a Dutch braid? So the difference is the Dutch braid is going to be on top of the hair. Let's see, there you go. It's going to be on top of the hair, and the French braid is going to be tucked inside. So in order to do that, here's my brush. Let's make sure she doesn't have any tangles. There we go. Okay. So if you know how to braid just a regular 3-strand braid, you get your sections. And for the French braid, you're going to braid over. So you're going to take your outer section and come over the middle. And then you're going to take your other outside section and come over that middle. So this is just doing a regular braid right now. But it's going to be the difference in doing a French braid and doing a Dutch braid. So French braid, you're going to come from the outside over and come in, okay? So your outside piece is always going to come in. So the movement for a Dutch braid, I'm going to get a little bit of oil on my hands to make this a little easier. This oil that I'm using is the Surface Basu oil. It's probably one of my favorites. It's really lightweight and it doesn't make the hair oily or heavy. I use it a lot whenever I'm doing weddings and updos. I also use it in the salon, sometimes after styling, especially if I've put curls in and we just need to smooth it a little bit. So let's see, there we go. All right, so the Dutch braid, the motion for that, once you have your 3 strands, the motion for that is going to be under. So you're going to take your outside piece and go under the middle, okay? So now that outside piece is your middle piece. Your other outside is going to come under that middle piece, okay? So you're going to have to use your hands in order to hold all these pieces. So this is kind of how I have my hands set up. It's what works for me. So my outside piece is over here in my thumb. My middle piece is between my pointer and my middle finger. And then if I need to, I'll just use my ring finger to kind of tuck that outside piece in if I need to readjust, or if I need to, grip it tighter. So we're going to take that outside piece and go back under. Now remember, this one is for the Dutch braid, okay? So your outside pieces are going under. So if you don't know how to do regular braid, that's what we're doing right now, just to show you the motion for the French and the Dutch braid. I'm not sure if anybody's commenting. I don't know if my comments are popping up or not. I have no idea. So if you're here, say something, say hi, give me a heart, some sort of reaction, the wow, even just the little thumbs up, give me a like. Okay, so that's just going to be your regular 3-strand braid, but going under gives us the Dutch braid and over gives us the French braid. So let's see here. We're not going to start all the way at the very top with her. We're just going to bring it down a little bit. So I'm just sectioning, let's see. I'll turn her around in just a minute. So with her, I've just sectioned right off of her part. Hey, Whitney. Hey, Lauren Page. Okay, so I've just sectioned right off her part. Let's see if I can stand her up. There we go. So her part is a little off center. And some people like to keep their parts when you're braiding, which is fine. We can totally do that. So you're just going to bring it to either side and grab that section. All right, so we will start with the French braid. Let's see, I may have to, there we go. We're going to smooth that out just a little bit. So we're going to get our 3 sections, okay? So I've got my 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're doing the French braid, okay? So that one was the one that we go in. Let me see if I can turn her so you can see. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start like a regular braid. We're going to take our outside piece and go over the middle, and take this outside piece and go over the middle. Now this next move that we do with the outside, we're going to pick up a piece of hair from the side over here, okay? So it's not a whole lot, maybe half an inch. And we're going to include that with that outside piece, okay? So now it's thicker. We've got the piece that we picked up and the piece we already had. So now that one's going to go over our middle. So now this outside piece needs something to come up with it also. So we're going to take a section from here. We may have to smooth it out just a little bit. Most of the time you can just do that with your fingers. All right, so now it's thick enough. So that one's going to go over our middle. And see how you can use just one hand to hold everything if you need to smooth anything down and straighten it up. If you have to, you can also use a comb. And sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to smooth it out just a little bit. But you can just open your hand up and those sections just lay there and they're not going to get tangled. So then we're going to take our other outside and we're just going to continue this all the way down, just pulling up sections from the sides, okay? And remember, this one is going in. This is the French braid, so it's going in. I'm sure a lot of you already know how to do this, but for those of you that don't, this is great. I actually learned to braid and French braid. I think I was in probably 3rd or 4th grade, maybe it was 4th grade, in Girl Scouts. So I learned in Girl Scouts and I actually earned a patch for it. But my mom worked with me a lot on the braiding. And she also taught me to braid on myself. So I've been braiding, my own hair. Oh, you can't see me. I've been braiding my own hair, since 3rd, 4th grade. It hasn't been perfect, but, over the years, you figure out how to do it. So you're just going to continue this all the way down. Now, in order to keep it tight down here towards the nape of her neck, you're going to have them look down, okay? And you're going to have to keep it tight. So if you need it tighter, you're just going to have to tug a little bit on those outside pieces when you pull them in, and it pulls it tight so that it's not loose away from the head. So we pulled that one. Let's see. All right, so we're over here now. We'll just make that one section right there. There we go. Hey, Kristen. Oh, my trash can thought I said open can. It opened. We have one of those voice-activated trash cans. It also has the motion sensor, but it totally just opened. Sometimes it just does it randomly. It thinks the TV's talking to it too. Now, once you get your last sections put up, let's see, that one's a little bumpy. Let's fix that. There we go. Once you get your last sections put up and there's no more hair to grab down here, you're just going to continue this braid as far as you want it to go. So you just continue to cross over from the outside in. So you can go down as far as you want. You could take it all the way down to the bottom. You could stop halfway and then curl the ends. You can do whatever you want to do there. It's just personal preference. So you see how that braid is going in? We got a little crooked there because I had to turn her. But you see how it's braided in? And this Dutch braid is out and it's on top of the hair. See the difference? Okay. So now that we know the French braid, let's continue to talk about that before we jump into the Dutch braid. So I know a lot of you are staying away from the heat tools and you're not, putting heat on your hair every day and you just want something quick and simple and you still want to wear your messy bun. You can totally do that. So if you want, you can do what we did with our Dutch braid here and you can come across like the bang area. You can bring her across here. You can also take this braid and start at the very top and go back and just pull the bangs back, which I'll do that in a minute because that's how I was going to wear my hair today. So I waited so that I could show y'all that braiding on myself because most of y'all are probably going to be braiding on yourself too. So it's a little more difficult doing it on yourself, but once you get the motion, you got it down. So it's just going to be practicing it. So let's see if we can get her bangs braided here to the side. So also another thing, so a while ago when I braided her and she kind of ended up crooked, that's because I was standing crooked to her. I wasn't directly behind that braid. So wherever your body is, that is where your braid is going. So if you want this bang area to kind of curve around her head, if you want it to just swoop around so it goes back to the back and you can put it in a low ponytail or something, you're going to have to be standing on that side of her, or your hands are going to have to be on that side of you in order to get that braid to go that way. Because if not, and you just braid it straight down and then try to pull it back, that's when you end up with like funky little pieces that stick up and you don't know what to do with them. So be sure that wherever you're braiding and your body is positioned, that's the way you want your braid to go because that's where it's going. So let's see. So let's get her bang area done. Let's see if I can do this for y'all sitting here so that you can actually see me and not myself, but I guess I can stand just a little. All right. So we want to take just this bang area and braid it back, okay? So I'm going to take just a comb and I'm going to section her where I want that braid. Now, majority of the time, I don't do just a straight section, okay? I don't want that to be completely separate from everything else that I'm doing. So I want that to be kind of blended. So the easiest way to do that is to give her just a zigzag part where you're going to braid. That kind of softens up that harsh line and it's not as noticeable. My zigzag's a little off, but it's okay. You get the idea there. So I'm just going to clip the rest of this hair out of the way. Shelly, I'll go back over that. Oh, Shelby, sorry. Shelby, we will go back over that. I started with that, but I'll go back over it before I start the French braid. Or the Dutch braid, sorry, the Dutch braid. Right now we're doing the French braid. So we are going to start with our 3 sections. All right, so here we go. All right, got our 3 sections. So we're going to start out just the same. Outside over the middle, outside over the middle. And remember, going in is the French braid. So once we take this outside for the second time, that's when we pick up a piece to go with it. So we're going to pick up that piece. Now remember, I said whichever way you're standing is the way the braid's going to go. So I'm going to turn her so that this braid is going to go around her head like I want it. So outside in, we're going to take this other outside piece and pick up a piece to go with it. And you're going to just continue that all the way down. Whatever the outside piece is, you pick up and go with it. So you're going to pick up from the outside and add it to it. And then cross over the middle. Now you're just going to follow that all the way down, or as far as you want it to go. It doesn't have to be at a certain area, just wherever you want it. But we're going to take hers back behind her ear. I want it to turn, so I'm going to braid towards the back of her. All right, I got my last piece in. So I'm just going to continue to cross over that outside section. And then I'm just going to put a little rubber band. I just have these little clear rubber bands. I'm just going to put that in the bottom, just to hold it there. Now the rest of this hair we're just going to put up into a ponytail, or you can braid the other side. So we're just going to put this up. Does anyone braid their own hair now? You ever do braids, or do you do braids on your kids? Do any of you do braids on your kids? Okay, so we got our little low ponytail. Now with this braid, I'm actually going to bring it and connect it to this ponytail. I could have gone a little bit further down and we could have wrapped it around that ponytail. But in order to make this look how I want it, I actually want to make this braid a little wider. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold this bottom and I'm just going to pull. I'm just going to pull these sections to the thickness that I want them. I'm just going to tug on them a little bit. But I also don't want to lose the structure of this braid. So I'm just going to fan these out some. There we go. See how it's wider? And then you can just add it to this ponytail here. Now I can actually, since I widened this braid, I can take it and tuck it around and cover up that ponytail holder. Then I'll just take a bobby pin and secure those ends just like that. Now this can be a low bun, a low ponytail. From here, you could curl this ponytail if you wanted. You can make it fuller. You can do whatever you want with this style. But you can make the French braid anywhere you want on the head. This one, I just took her bangs out of her face and moved them back. If you want more of this to have some volume to it, you could tease it before you pull it back. I think she had some tease in it because I was working on updos the other day. But you can just tug on it a little bit and give it some height so it's not just slicked back. You can just tug it as much as you want. You can make it as messy as you want. You can do anything, really. So there is our French braid with the bangs pulled back to the side and just a little low pony. And like I said, you can do curls in this ponytail. You could take it and actually wrap it up into a low bun and just put some bobby pins in there. That's kind of like what I did on hers. We just did a low bun with her braid. So you can just pin that up and you can have you a low messy bun, but it looks like you put a lot of effort into it. And it could take you 5 to 10 minutes and you're done. And there's no heat if you just throw it up in a messy bun and don't put curls in it. So we'll move her to the side. Well, I've already got her with bobby pins. So we'll take hers down and we will do the Dutch braid. Hey, Christy. All right, so Shelby, you said you had no idea how to braid. So we'll go back over that just to refresh everybody about the Dutch braid. All right, so braiding. You're going to start with 3 strands. So we'll go ahead and section our 3 strands. But just so y'all know, this is going to be also posted on my Instagram. So this video will be up on Facebook. It'll be on Instagram. And I'm also going to put it on my YouTube channel, which is Therapy with L3. Okay, so if you haven't, which I don't think I talked about it yet, but I do have a YouTube channel. I'm still getting it all built up, but the YouTube channel is Therapy with L3. So go subscribe, go follow it. These videos, any video that I put on Facebook will also be there, and it'll be on Instagram also. And on Instagram, it is L3_hair. That's how you can find me there. So if you're not following my Instagram, go follow it. Sometimes I post stuff there that doesn't make it to Facebook, and vice versa. Okay, so back to the braid. So just your basic braid, you're going to start with 3 strands. Okay, so we've got 3 sections here. So the French braid was over. You take your outside piece over the middle. Okay, so the Dutch braid, we're going to go under. So for the Dutch braid, that movement is under. So you're going to take this outside piece and you're going to go under the middle. Okay, so that middle piece becomes your outside. So now you're going to take your other outside piece. Oh, where'd that piece come from? That one needs to be over here. There we go. You're going to take your other outside and come over the new middle piece, okay? No, you're going to go under. Sorry, hold on. That little piece that was out of place threw me off. Okay, so 3 strands. Oh, goodness. All right, no video's ever perfect, right? Okay, 3 strands. Here we go. All right, got our 3 strands. We're going under. Outside goes under. Outside goes under. See that? This outside piece is going under the middle. There we go. This outside piece is going under the middle. So I'm just moving that middle piece to each hand in order to help me get that braid flowing. Okay, so outside, under. So now in this one hand, I have all 3 of my pieces. I have outside, middle, and outside. So we're going to take the outside piece and we're going to go under the middle. Outside, under. Okay, So there's your 3-strand braid. That's also the movement for the Dutch braid. So we're going to do the Dutch braid on her now. All right. Make sure there's no tangles in there. It's such a pretty day outside right now. I've got my window open. It's just so pretty. We need a pool. I would be out by the pool, suntanning, reading a book. Sounds like fun. Does anybody have a pool? Are you outside relaxing? Or is that your plan today, to go outside and relax by the pool? All right. I'm kind of jealous of my sister. She lives on the lake down near Corpus. So she has the lake view. She has all the animals. She has the palm trees. I'm really missing palm trees right now. We do have one in our front yard, but it's nothing like down south or at the beach anywhere. So, Lauren Page, I'm very jealous of you right now. You've got the salty air, the lake in your backyard. So jealous. All right, so Dutch braid. Yes, you. I'm jealous of you. Are you out relaxing by the lake? Are you reading a book? Well, right now you're on this video, but have you been outside reading? All right, so same thing. We're going to go with actually, we're not going to go with her part. We're not. We're going to break that part up, and we're just going to go straight back. So we've just brushed this all back, and we're just going to take this straight back. See how we can do that. All right. So I'm just going from like, I don't know, the middle of her eyebrows and taking that section right there. Okay, so that's where we're starting. So that is what the front of her looks like. Okay, just from the middle of her eyebrows, and we're just taking that section to start with. You're always outside. Yes, I know. I'm so jealous of that. I may go for a walk around the neighborhood later. I would take Abby, but bless her heart, little schnauzer can't hang, and I'm not going to tote that little 15-pound girl around the whole neighborhood. I'm not going to carry her all the way around. All right. Let's see. Get her in the camera. There we go. All right, so the Dutch braid. So we're going to start up close, and we're going under. So we're going to start just like the regular braid. And once you get to that second section that's coming from the outside, we're pulling up, okay? So you're going to add that piece of hair. All right, there we go. These I'm taking a little bit smaller. I tend to do a little better taking smaller sections up from the outside. So you can do the thickness of your liking here. It doesn't have to be one certain thickness, but that also, plays a part in how wide and how full that braid is going to end up being. What did you say? Get a doggy stroller. Yeah, I should get a doggy stroller. I'm sure the neighborhood would look at me like I was crazy. All right, so we're going to take this next one up. Now, bear with me. This braid might be a little crooked because remember, I said wherever you're standing is the way your braid is going to go, okay? So, there we go. Now, if you see any of these sides getting loose as you go, just hold your strands in your hand and just, tug on them a little bit. Tighten those sides up some. It'll tighten for you. And remember, in order to keep it tight to her head, as we move down, she's going to have to start looking down so that that braid stays against her head. So we're going to go ahead and get her to look down some. There we go. So if any of you are actually practicing this right now with me, go ahead and let me know. Tell me that you're doing it with me. I'd love to know who is attempting this, or if you're going to try it later. Let me know if you're going to try it later. And if you do, if you have any questions, you can message me and I'll try to help you, walk you through it. You can FaceTime me. I can walk you through it, or just, go back and rewatch this video and see if that'll help you some. But it is going to take practice. Practice, practice, practice. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be perfect the first time you do it. It took me a while to learn how to do the Dutch braid, just because I've done the French braid for so long. My hands were used to going in. So it took me a while to figure out, oh, they need to go under. So you'll get it down. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and turn her towards me so that I can finish getting this braid going. Let's see, which are we on? Okay, we just went under there. So now we're coming under on this left side. I do know sometimes people that braid the Dutch braid a lot, they tend to hold their hands on top, which I haven't quite figured out how to hold my hands on top yet, but you can also hold the hair on top. So just because I'm holding my hands palm up, you don't have to do it that way. Do it whichever way is comfortable for you. So yeah, I'm not even going to try to do it with my hands up. It doesn't work that way for me. I can't get it. We're just going to stick with palms up for me. So do what's comfortable. All right, I got a couple more sections here, and see how it's kind of coming away from her head? I don't want that look. So I'm going to have to turn her down just a little bit more. I'm going to have to smooth some of these sections out. Let's see, there we go. I'm going to have to tug on just a few of them to pull them in tighter, a little more. There we go, a little more tension on there so that it's closer to her head. See how we pulled that braid in real tight now? Aw, Shelby, I'm sorry you're at work. You'll be able to watch this later. And I'm going to do my hair in just a minute. I'm going to braid mine just right here and put a little bun up. So you'll also be able to see how I do it on myself. It's a little different, but you'll at least get to see the motion. But you can call me later. You can FaceTime me. We can walk through it. It's not a big deal. Plus, I'd love to talk to you. Haven't talked to you in a little while. I think Abby's a little irritated with me. She's down here huffing and puffing. What are you doing, baby? I think she sees all the squirrels and the birds outside. She wants to go out there and chase them. I think she's asked to go outside like, I don't know, 10 times today. Yeah, there she goes. She's trying to get, hold on, I'll let you outside in just a minute. She keeps trying to go outside to chase them, and she'll just run around the yard and bark at them. She may even hear the neighbors. I think the neighbors' kids might be outside jumping on the trampoline or just playing. All right. I know. All right, so remember the Dutch braid goes under. All right, let's get this secure close to her scalp and nape of her neck. There we go. See how I'm just pulling those a little bit as I'm going? Just kind of tugging on them just a little bit. All right, so before I go any further, I'm going to hold these in my hand down here, and I'm going to start fanning some of these out just a little. With this one, it's easier if I add a little bit of hair crack, some texture powder. Oh, Lexi, I will as soon as I'm allowed to. I'm not allowed to make any house calls or even be at the salon working on people, but I will come braid your hair once I'm allowed to. You've got boys, so you can't practice on any little girls. You can practice on yourself, though. I will be doing that, so you'll be able to see that. But I will come braid your hair. You just let me know when. All right, so we're getting a little bit of powder in there. So this one is actually Puff Me. I've had this one for a while, so my container's a little beat up, but this one is their texture powder. Some people call it hair crack. I call it hair crack. There's all different kinds. Puff Me actually has two. There's the regular that's in the pink bottle, and then they have a light version that's for thinner hair or ones that don't like the thicker feel of the hair crack. And it's in a white bottle. I don't have that one here. It's at work. So there are two different kinds of this one. So you can get that, or Surface has one called Airlift that I use also. Just depends on what I'm doing and what I'm working with, whose hair I'm working with, which one I grab. But these all are the little pumps, so they just pump out. This one kind of gets stuck, but they pump instead of you having to sprinkle. Because I know that a lot of them used to be sprinkle. So you'd have the top, you'd unscrew, and then you'd have to sprinkle it into your part or wherever you needed lift. And if you sprinkled too much, there was too much there. So this pump makes it a lot easier to distribute that product through your hair. So we're going to continue to fan this braid out. And I'm just tugging these from the outside, not too hard, not grabbing too much hair, just enough to thicken it up some. If you don't want to fan it out, you don't have to, you know. If you like it just skinny, you can do that too. There we go. Now you can see the difference. See how I'm fanning this out and this braid looks wider? It looks like she has a lot of hair. So this can be done curly hair, fine hair, thick hair, medium. It can be done on anything. There we go. And then I usually leave the top. I don't really fan out the top too much. It tends to loosen it up just a little bit. And I don't want to lose any of that tension that's, you know, holding her bang area back. She doesn't have short bangs or any shorter pieces like I do. So when I'm braiding mine, I can't loosen the top of mine much because the layers that are there and the bangs are too short. So it gets too loose and these sides start to pop out and the braid won't stay intact up there. So with hers, I'm not going to go up as high. I'm just going to fan it out a little bit, and then we're going to work our way back down and make sure it looks how we want it to look. If you want it to be wider, just grab that outside edge and tug a little bit more. Like I said, this can be however you want it to. There we go. So we're actually pancaking this braid. That is what this is called when you widen it. So see how that changed the look of that braid? Super cute. Super, super cute. Look at that. Oh, I wish I had that much hair to do that with. My hair has too many layers. I wouldn't be able to pull it up. But I could do two in mine and be able to widen that braid out some. Let's see. Oh, somebody called me. Oh, my dad called me. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, so he wasn't able to get through. I'll have to call him back in a minute. Apparently, he's not on my live video. All right, so I'm just going to take my little clear elastic and secure this bottom. I usually like to leave hair at the bottom of mine, especially if I'm just wearing it for like an everyday look. I'll leave hair and then I'll curl that bottom. So then it's just curly and full. If I had my curling iron here, I would show you that, but you all know what curled hair looks like. Jenny, you have enough hair. That's what the powder's for. The powder will help you. I'll braid it for you when I see you, because I'm going to see you soon. See you sometime in May. I know that. I'll see you and Amy. So I will show you that your hair will be able to do it. Your hair is thin, but it is still doable. So it may just take a little extra prep. Like when your hair is damp before we blow dry it, we may have to put some root lift or some sort of mousse in it for you that won't weigh your hair down, but will give it enough grip and texture that it makes the hair feel fuller. Actually, the surface thickening spray that you're using will help a lot before we braid anything like this. So I will show you how to use that when I see you. I don't have any of that on hand, so I can't use it right now and show y'all. If I have some at work, I might try to get up there tomorrow and do another video later this week, showing you how to use products to give you some volume and some texture. So yes, Jenny, thin hair, fine hair can be done like this, and I'll show you, don't worry. He does need to be here, Tina. He needs to learn how to braid his. He keeps telling me he wants a perm. I just laugh at him. Bless his heart. I think between me, Lauren Page, and Mom, he's going to be bald soon. He's already gray, but he's going to be bald soon. It's bad. But it's okay. Actually, Dad braided our hair when we were younger. He knows how to braid. He's got 3 sisters? Yeah, 3 sisters. So he knows how to braid, and he grew up with horses, so he braided those too. Yeah, Dad can braid. I taught Casey how to braid. Casey can braid, and he's working on the French braid right now, so it's pretty impressive. Yes, Lauren, Daddy can braid. So yeah, this one is the Dutch braid. See how this right here, I just noticed that. See how that kind of separated from the rest of the braid? If you just go in and tug on the inside of that a little bit, that'll fill that in and you won't even see it. There we go. Can be however you want. So I tend to always overdo. I should just leave it alone, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to sit here and pick at this until I pull it all out. But yeah, so Dutch braid is under, French braid is over, okay? Yes, Uncle Zeph does do Lily's hair. Oh, speaking of Lily, so Lily curled Amy's hair last night. I got a picture of that, and she did really good. So I know who I'm calling whenever I need my hair curled and I don't want to do it. I'm going to call Lily to come and curl my hair, because that was pretty impressive, sister. You did good. So another thing, I've got all of these cute little clips. They just clip in the hair. You can also add these to any of your braids if you want to just stick them in, give your hair something fun. This can also, we can braid this real quick, and we could actually tuck this under. Do you want to go outside? Let me let her outside. I'll be right back. Come on, let's go outside. Come on, go be a good girl. She's probably not even going to go out there and do anything. She's probably going to go out there, stand there for a minute, and then she's going to stand at the door and bark so she can get back in. But that's all right. How many of you have dogs? I'm sure a lot of you have dogs. I know Shelby has a cat. All right, so we're just going to braid the bottom of this so I can tuck it under. I'm just going to stick a bobby pin in this so I can twirl it around. There we go. Tuck this up. Yep, see, I told you. She wasn't going to be out there long. I'll be right there, Abby. I probably shouldn't put bobby pins in my teeth right now, huh? Let me use my fingers. Don't want to give anybody any germs. All right. Let's get the bottom of this to stick up. Mannequin hair is a little more difficult to work with because it doesn't have any product or color. I should have prepped her a little better. But that will be a video later this week. I'll show you how to get some volume in your hair with products that you can use. There we go. We're almost there. Let me see if I got a bigger bobby pin. Oh, you're inside? Good girl. Yeah, you're inside. You want some attention? She acts like she doesn't get any attention. Girl, I will braid your hair next visit for sure. Don't you worry. I will teach you how to do it too. You can rewatch this video. So like I said, it'll be on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Therapy with L3. So you'll be able to see it there, and you can replay it as many times as you want to learn how to get this down, because you're going to have to get this down, sister. You got 2 girls. You're going to be doing this for a while. All right, so see, now we've got it just in a little bun back there. That's cute, right? Yeah. Let me close this door real quick. Good girl. All right, so Dutch braid, French braid. That is real flexible. It'll go anywhere. Oh, if only I could move people like that whenever I need them in a certain area. I try not to be too rough whenever I'm moving people around, but sometimes you just gotta push their head a little bit where you need them to go. Oh, hey babe, I love you too. Yeah, so there's our Dutch braid. Remember, I told you, if you're braiding somebody else's hair, the way that your body is positioned is the way that braid is going to go. So if you look at the back of her head, let me see. Oh, there we go. It is a little bit crooked. Yeah. Her hair goes off to the side because I was braiding from the side of her. So can't really tug it over any, but it's okay. It's all right. She's not going anywhere today. She's going to stay home and quarantine and chill, y'all. That's what she's going to do. We're going to watch some movies, some Hallmark, Lifetime, probably just read a book. We're going to snuggle up with Abby on the couch. Come here. So, what was I saying before I got distracted? Oh, yeah. Position of your body. So wherever your body is the way that braid's going to go. So if I would have been standing directly behind her, which then y'all wouldn't have been able to see me, if I would have been standing directly behind her, that braid would have been completely centered down her head. So next time I'll do that. But if you're trying to pull that braid around your head, be sure that you're standing on that side. And if you need it to come back further, position your body to the back. Oh, you're going to bake, Tina? Girl, that's what I've been doing, actually. I've been baking bread. So I've made 9 loaves so far. I have 2 bowls that are rising. They will be ready this evening for me to roll into loaves so that those can rise. And I will have more bread ready tomorrow. I think I'm going to do 6 loaves tonight. I think I'm going to try to do 6 more tomorrow. But it takes me 2 days to make my bread, so it takes a little while. It's a little time consuming, but it's okay. It's very therapeutic for me. I love to bake. I'm sure Casey loves that I love to bake, but yeah. So what all have I made? I made some no-bake cookies. Those were pretty good. I've made lots of bread. Banana nut bread. I made some chocolate chip cookies. What else have I done? I did cinnamon rolls. Those homemade cinnamon rolls were pretty good too. Oh, you always had Mary braid your hair, Martil? Yes. And she told me the other day that she didn't know how to braid. But she could have been fibbing. She probably just didn't want to do it. We'll see. I'll ask her about it later, see if she remembers. We'll freshen up those skills for her. I wonder if Grandmama can braid. Lauren, do you know if Grandmama can braid? I think I've asked her before, and She didn't really have an answer for me. I think she said she used to know. I'm not sure. So yeah, Abby thinks she gets no attention. She's up here in my lap now because she's feeling left out. So, me and that head. What are you talking about? Me and that head. Me and the head are gonna bake? I don't know. I'm a little confused. I think I got distracted and didn't read your comment in time. Sorry. It happens a lot. It's nothing new. I was gonna show y'all how I braid my own hair. So let's see. May have to turn this camera up a little bit. I am Lauren Page. I'm braiding my hair. Okay, so I have a really, oh, that way. Everything's backwards. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Okay, so this way. All right, so I have a really deep part. It's off center. She's lying. She probably just needs to freshen up on her skills because she's got jets, so she doesn't braid anybody's hair unless she does her own. So I've got a pretty deep part. It kind of goes crooked towards the back, and then I have this weird, I call it a hole. I've got this weird hole. Girl Mama's got it. I've got it. Lauren, I think, has it. We all have it. So I have to part my hair to where it lays back more, and sometimes I have to put a little tease and some product back there to cover that and make it full, but that's typically where my hair likes to part. I also have like this cowlick thing in the front that pushes my hair in the opposite direction that I part it. I'm sure everybody has a funky hairline, but let's see what we can do here. Oh, you don't have it? You were so lucky. You were so lucky. I have to tease this back section and put all my volumizing stuff in it, which I've been trying to go without heat. I challenged everybody, no heat for a week. So who has done that? If you've done that, let me know. Tell me how many days you've gone without heat on your hair. Blow dryer, flat iron, curling iron. Let me know if you've gone without heat. I think I went 6 days. I had to go yesterday and make some deliveries. I had to deliver bread, and I had to deliver products, little front porch drop-offs. So I put some curls in my hair. I didn't do much, just enough to give it some movement because I didn't know if I was going to see anybody. But if I was, I just wanted some curl. I missed my curl because I couldn't do anything with it. I hadn't put any product in it. So as you can see, it's real limp, but, oh, good, Christina. I'm glad you liked it. I know I talked to Shelly yesterday, and Shelly had tried it yesterday, and she already wants some more. So she's going to get some of the ones that I'll be baking tomorrow morning. So I'm going to bake some more tomorrow morning. But I'm glad you liked it. I can always make more for you. Just let me know. Mom also has it, so if I'm not in town, it doesn't bother you that your hair's ratty. It shouldn't bother me either. I guess because I do hair and I'm around hair all the time. I feel like I need to have mine done in some sort of way. But anyway, I was trying to fix it yesterday. I tried to put it in a low bun. I tried to give myself cute little pigtails. It did not work. I was not feeling it. So I just put some loose curls in my hair to give it some movement. Oh, which cookies? The chocolate chip cookies, the no bake cookies. I can do whichever. I can probably work on those. I could work on those this afternoon. That'd be easy. Or I could work on that tomorrow. But yes, I love to bake. So if anybody wants anything, just let me know. I can do it for you. Making use of my time right now. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I know y'all have seen all the posts that I've been making. I've been trying to go live on Facebook a little bit more so that y'all can see me. I can interact with y'all because I'm missing everybody so much. And then I've been working on my Instagram, L3_hair. And I have created my YouTube channel, which, bear with me, it's still a work in progress. But it is coming along, Therapy with L3. So all of these videos are going to be on there. Chocolate chip. Okay, I've got you down, Christina. I'll let you know when I get them made. Okay, so sorry, squirrel. I always get off topic. Okay, so back to braiding my hair, back to braiding your own hair. Okay, so I'm gonna section just this front part right here. So there we go. So just kind of center of my eyebrows up, and I'm gonna take that section, and I'm only taking it. Where am I taking it? Y'all, my trash can thinks I'm talking to it. It keeps opening and closing and opening and closing. I haven't even said open can, because that's what you got to say to tell it to open. It's got a mind of its own. Okay. Oh, backwards. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually going to do just a French braid on mine because I was telling y'all earlier, I've got short layers in here, and I've got my bangs that I feel are too short to do a Dutch braid, because I like to do my Dutch braids fanned out, pancaked out like this. And I've tried it on myself, and with my short layers, it doesn't work as well. But I probably just need to use some more product prep to get it ready. But I've got my 3 sections. See, there we go. And let's see if I can, maybe y'all can see me. We'll see. We'll see how well this works. Maybe I'll pull this up a little bit. I think I need a cameraman next time. Babe, I'm going to need you as my cameraman. He's out working property because he's still working. He's essential. Unfortunately, the government does not consider me essential. That's okay. That is all right. All right. So I have to concentrate a little bit more when I'm doing my own. So sorry if I don't tell you how I'm doing it, but it's the same way. Your outside pieces are coming across, and every time your outside piece comes up, you're pulling a section of hair up with it. There we go. Yeah, the tongue always helps concentrate, right? I know I do that a lot. Sure, a lot of you have some funny face that you make, kind of like whenever you're putting on mascara, your mouth opens. We all have something. All right. What is it? What? I don't know what she wants. She's just been barking. She'll bark at me all throughout the day, and I have no idea what it means. What do you want, baby? You already ate breakfast. You'll eat again. I don't even know what time it is. 4. You'll eat again in a couple hours. Hey, Mom. All right. Yeah, see all my little hairs, they don't make it up. They don't get in there. So those hairs just kind of stay down. Ooh, Christy, you're working on week 2. Yes, girl. Good job. Abby is excited about something, y'all. She is telling me. I don't even know what she's trying to tell me. Come here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Okay, so I've got it braided. It's probably not the best braid, but got it braided. We're going to ponytail it off. I did this yesterday just to play around with it. And I wore it in like a messy bun up here. What are those called? top knot. Is that what it's called? The top knot. So I kind of made this a little top knot up here, but you can also take all of your hair and make it just one big messy bun. You can just throw it all up, and so then you've got a braid there. But I'd rather leave my hair down today. So I'm going to take, you can either take another rubber band or you can take some bobby pins, and you can just take this and throw it up. However, and we'll just start sticking bobby pins in and see what happens. It's typically what I have to do. Just go with it, see what it does. There we go. Let's see what this one's gonna do. All right, so that's kind of a messy-ish bun thing. I can't really see. I'm trying to do this in this camera, y'all. It's not really working out. Let's see. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so clearly I can't do my own hair in this camera. It's just not working. That's just gonna have to be good enough for now. I'll probably take it down and actually put a ponytail holder in it. Yeah, that looks terrible. Oh, we'll work on it. I'll work on using this camera as a mirror. Yes, Mom, your hair can be braided. Your hair can be braided. Most people can be braided unless they have a pixie. That's the only time it's going to become difficult. So anyway, we had the Dutch braid and French braid. So y'all remember, the Dutch braid is under, the French braid is over. So Dutch braid here, we pancaked it out. We gave her a cute little style with it tucked under, so she's ready for her day. And then we've got the Dutch braid here that is curved around, and we just did a messy bun on her. So she's ready for her day. But we are just going to be at the house, and we are going to be watching TV, playing with Abby, and we will be baking later. So, anywho, if you have any questions, comment, message, call me, whatever you need to do, just let me know. And I'm glad that you all joined me. I'm glad I got to talk to y'all. So I will probably get on later this week and talk to you about products to help with volume and lift. So if you saw this video, be sure to like it, give me a heart, give me a reaction, share it with your friends. Be sure that you have liked my page. You can follow me on Instagram, L3_hair, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Therapy with L3. You're welcome, Shelby. I'm glad I got to talk to you today. So anyway, y'all have a great afternoon, and I will talk to y'all later this week. See y'all later. Bye.